Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our podcast. I'm Lucy, and today we're joined by Watson. How are you doing today, Watson?
Hey, Lucy. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm really excited for today's conversation. We'll be talking about something that many people ask about: how to practice English every day.
That's right. So, whether you're just starting your English journey or you're looking to improve, we've got some great tips for you. We're going to break it down into simple steps you can follow every day.
Exactly. Practicing English every day doesn't have to be difficult, and it doesn't have to take hours either. We can all fit in a little practice, even with busy schedules.
And it's important to remember that learning a language is a journey. There's no one right way to practice, but today we'll share some methods that have worked for us. So let's dive into it.
First off, I want to talk about setting goals. Lucy, do you set any specific goals for your English practice?
Yes, absolutely. Setting goals is essential because it helps you stay motivated. For me, I set small, achievable goals like learning 5 new words every day or completing a short podcast in English. That way, I feel a sense of accomplishment every day.
I love that approach. And something I've learned is that practicing consistently is key. For example, it doesn't matter if you only have 10 or 15 minutes, you can still get a lot done in that short amount of time.
Exactly. And you don't have to always practice in the same way. You can mix it up. One day you might read an article in English. Another day you might listen to a podcast or watch a TV show in English. You're still practicing, but it doesn't feel like a chore.
That's a great point. I also recommend starting your day with some quick vocabulary review. Use apps like Anki or Memrise for spaced repetition so the words stick in your memory.
Ah, yes. Space repetition is such a powerful technique. It helps you remember things longer. Plus, you can make flashcards for your vocabulary, which makes it easy to review whenever you have a few minutes free.
And don't forget about speaking practice. I know it can feel intimidating at first, but speaking out loud, even if you're by yourself, makes a big difference. You can practice pronunciation and fluency.
I agree. I actually talk to myself in English a lot. When I'm cooking, I'll say things like, I'm chopping the vegetables, or now I'm boiling the pasta. It feels a bit funny, but it really helps me improve my speaking.
Great tip. It's also helpful to have a language partner. Do you have one, Lucy?
Yes, I've been practicing with a language exchange partner on an app called HelloTalk. We speak for about 30 minutes every day, and we correct each other's mistakes. It's a fantastic way to practice real conversation.
That's awesome. I recommend language exchange apps like HelloTalk and Tandem to anyone who's looking for a speaking partner. Now, let's talk about using technology to improve our English. Watson, do you use any apps or websites that have helped you practice?
Oh, definitely. I use Duolingo for vocabulary practice and grammar exercises. It's easy to use and it gives you a little game like challenge every day. But I don't rely on it completely. I think it's best used alongside other practice methods.
I totally agree. I use Duolingo too, but for me, listening is really important. I love listening to podcasts in English, especially ones where they talk about everyday topics. I get to learn new expressions, slang, and sometimes even cultural insights.
That's a great point. Listening to native speakers is crucial. It's the best way to understand how the language sounds in real life situations. Some of my favorites are The English We Speak and BBC Learning English. Those are great recommendations. I also recommend watching YouTube channels or even movies with English subtitles. It's a good way to see how words are pronounced and how they're used in sentences.
Exactly. And when you're watching something, try to shadow the speakers. This means repeating what they say right after them, trying to match their tone, pace, and pronunciation. It's an effective way to improve your speaking skills.
I love doing that. And if you're watching a show or a movie, try pausing it and repeating lines. Also, make sure you have the subtitles on, but first, try to listen without them. If you can't understand something, then check the subtitles. This helps you focus on listening first.
I think that's key. Focusing on listening and speaking first, and then reading and writing. For me, once I feel more confident with listening and speaking, it's easier to move on to writing.
Yes, exactly. And don't forget about writing. Even though it may seem hard, journaling in English can really help. You can start by writing a few sentences about your day. The more you practice writing, the easier it becomes to express your thoughts clearly.
So, Lucy, we've covered a lot of great methods for practicing English every day. But as we know, staying motivated can sometimes be challenging. Do you have any tips for keeping up the motivation?
Yes, motivation can be tricky, but I think it's important to keep your goals realistic. Don't expect to become fluent overnight. Celebrate your small wins. If you learned 5 new words today, that's an accomplishment.
I agree. And another thing I do is track my progress. Sometimes I forget how much I've learned, but when I look back at what I've accomplished, it's a great boost. You can keep a learning journal or use an app that tracks your streaks.
That's a great idea. It's like a visual reminder of how far you've come. Another tip is to stay positive about mistakes. I know it can be frustrating, but making mistakes is a part of the learning process. It's how we improve.
So true. I actually think it's helpful to reflect on your mistakes. If I make a mistake during a conversation, I'll think about it later and try to remember what I could have said differently. This helps me grow and learn.
Absolutely. And don't forget to surround yourself with English. The more you're exposed to it, the more you'll start thinking in English naturally, whether it's through music, TV shows, podcasts, or even social media. The more you immerse yourself, the better.
And remember, consistency is the key. Even if you only practice for 10 minutes a day, that's better than nothing. It's about forming a habit and sticking with it.
Exactly. So, to sum up, make daily practice a habit, set small goals, use technology and language partners, stay motivated, and most importantly, enjoy the process.
Couldn't have said it better, Lucy. Learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. Keep practicing and don't give up.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope these tips help you on your English learning journey. Stay tuned for more episodes and keep practicing every day.
Thanks, everyone. See you next time.